Coming up in this Brightline construction update. This update looks at the new train wash installed at Brightline's Orlando Vehicle Maintenance Facility. Brightline's Vehicle Maintenance Facility is located just south of Orlando International Airport, with the train wash located on the eastern side of the property. This new train wash is essentially an automated car wash supersized for trains. I was fortunate to be invited by Brightline to stop by as it was in the process of being commissioned. Train BrightGreen 2 was being used for the testing, as all the different subsystems were being calibrated and timed. This train wash was made custom for Brightline by Winning Systems and is fully automated. The building enclosing the equipment is about 300 feet long. Here's what it looks like inside. The first thing inside the building is a gantry with a series of nozzles that give the train a pre-soak. This train wash in total contains 161 nozzles. Next is a wash rack that moves on rails as it applies soap to the cars at high pressure. Each wash cycle uses approximately 8.7 gallons of soap. Following it are a series of brushes that scrub the sides and tops of the cars as they pass through. Next is another gantry on rails that is used to clean the front of each locomotive. Then are a couple more stationary rinse gantries. The yellow poles with speed displays are referenced by the engineer to help ensure the train moves through the building at around 1 to 2 miles per hour. Last are a series of dryers that have 120 horsepower worth of force to dry the train. Each cycle is able to recycle 74% of the water used, and rainwater is the source for some of the water. Well, now that we've seen all the parts of the system, here's a look at it all in action from a camera I was allowed to put in the cab. The system is designed to be used in one direction after trains leave the Orlando station for the day and return to the VMF for servicing. As the train approaches the building, a reader scans the locomotive's AEI tag, which activates the doors on the building to open.
I think like something don't have a sensor at the very entrance to the facility, so it's open by the time you got up to it.
I was just hoping they didn't have it where I had to be like
Touching it almost.
The engineer gets a flashing green light, signaling that the train can start entering the building. As it enters, the pre-soak turns on, and then the wash rack. The brushes then begin. There are 100 brushes total used. Then, as the train gets near the front brushes, more signals activate, telling the engineer to slow down and then stop. The brushes then activate and move toward the locomotive to clean the front. While this is going on, the wash rack on the rails we passed earlier is washing the first two cars behind the locomotive. Once the front cycle is complete, a green signal turns on, as well as the rinse gantry, and the train begins moving forward. And finally being dried off. The train moves until it is about halfway out, when it gets another signal to stop so the rear locomotive nose can be cleaned. I haven't included that part since you wouldn't see anything from this point of view, but the cycle to wash the full train takes about 15 minutes to complete. Here's a look at it coming out, following another cycle. while getting a cleaning benefits passengers by providing clean windows to look out of. It also helps maintenance crews with their inspections of the train by cleaning off any grime that accumulated on board. For those of you wondering how Brightline has cleaned its trains for its current South Florida service, it has been using this mobile cleaning car, which drives along each side of the train, scrubbing it. Here it is, passing back through the building to start another test. As it passes the scanner on the pole here, you can see the door start to open. And here it is, coming out again. Following the day's testing, it returned back into the main shop building for the night. At this point, it was probably the cleanest train on Earth after spending the full day being washed. Thanks again to Brightline for having me out to see the train wash in action. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like button and subscribe. Also check out my social media pages.